How's it going, everyone? This is the American Foot Channel, and in case you guys didn't know, the English Football League Championship, the second tier of England, around this time of the year, every year, usually has some of the craziest matches you've ever seen, and one of them just happened. Only one of them. But anyways, guys, before I even start, don't forget to hit the like button if you are a Sunderland fan or if you are from England, and don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead, do it. Don't forget. So in the first leg, it was a pretty tense affair, pretty tense match. And then up to the 68th minute, Sunderland finally gets a goal. They go up 1-0. You're like, oh, shoot. This sucks because Coventry is playing at home. And you would hope Coventry would get at least a 1-0 lead at home. But no, they go down 0-1. And you're like, damn, this sucks for them. As a neutral, right? Because like I said, I'm a neutral. But 2 minutes later, in the 70th minute, Rudoni goes and gets the equalizer for Coventry. So now it's 1-1, and you're like, okay, here we go. Let's see, Coventry, they've tied it. Maybe they could go on and win it, right? So, the match goes on, and then suddenly in the 88th minute, a huge mistake from the Coventry defender leads to a goal for Sunderland. They go up 2-1, and people in Coventry cannot believe it. The fans cannot believe it. This sucks. It's a horrible result. It's a horrible way to concede at the end of the match, right? It's awful and it sucks, but there is a whole nother leg to play the next week, so they had to wait for that. So anyways, that second leg does eventually come, and it's a pretty tense affair. It's pretty back and forth, but not a lot of clear opportunities. It's a lot of transition, a lot of back and forth, but Coventry does get the away goal, which in this competition or in these playoffs, there's no away goal rule, right? But they do get the goal for Mason Clark, and they are tied on aggregate 2-2. So this is in the 76th minute, and they're just looking like the better team at this point. They're looking like a stronger team, or at least like the better team on the day, right? And so they go into extra time, and they get through all extra time, no goals, and it's about to finish. Literally just a couple seconds, actually, because they're already into added time. Sunderland gets a corner, and Daniel Ballard scores. He scores, and he sends Sunderland to the next round, to the final against Sheffield United. So that was pretty crazy, guys. That was a crazy matchup. Like I said, this is something I look forward to every year. The championship playoffs they're fantastic. They're fun. There's a lot to win in this. There's a lot to lose. There's a lot to win. They literally call it the richest game of football because you win millions and millions of dollars to get into the Premier League. So it's a huge matchup, guys. But yeah, Sunderland, they get in there. They sneak in there in the last minute, literally in the last minute. And now they have to play Sheffield United at Wembley. And I could say, as a neutral, as someone who is not a fan of either of these clubs, and someone who loves football, I think I could speak for everybody who's watching this who is not a Sheffield United fan. We'd rather have Sunderland go up. Because why? Because we've already seen Sheffield in the past few seasons. They've had their chance. They've gone up twice. They've gone down twice. They don't really do much in the Premier League. And I think it'd be more exciting to have Sunderland, to be honest. Sunderland, a team who was last in the Premier League back in 2017 when they got relegated. And then immediately, thinking they might get up to the Premier League, they actually suffered another relegation down in League One. So they were in the third tier. There's actually a whole documentary on Netflix, guys. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it. But yeah, ever since 2017, Sunderland has not been in the Premier League. We have not seen them there in a while. The Black Cats, they have a fantastic fan base, and they are the arch nemesis of Newcastle United. You guys might know them. So having them play each other in the Premier League, and last time Sunderland was there, Newcastle was not as good. Newcastle had been relegated not too long ago before that. But now Newcastle's a whole different club. They're a club that just won the FA Cup. So that'd be a pretty exciting matchup, honestly, because we've already got Burnley going up, Burnley, same thing as Sheffield, basically. They're going to end up back in the championship after next season. I can guarantee you that. And then Leeds did go up. I think Leeds has a better chance of staying up. They're usually a pretty ambitious team. But other than that, I mean, do we really want to see Sheffield United and Burnley up in the Premier League? No, we really don't, right? We would have rather seen Coventry, who now lost their chance, or Sunderland, who has a big chance. So I think, like I said, I think I speak for every neutral fan of whether you like the Premier League or not. You'd rather see a different team, right? it'll be a little more exciting. We've had Luton Town in the past. We've had Ipswich this season. So it was nice to see them instead of like Norwich again or some other team that we've seen before, right? Watford, for example. No offense to the fans of any of those clubs, but as a neutral, it does get a little boring seeing the same team go up and immediately get relegated, especially this season in the Premier League where the top bottom teams were just so much worse than the rest. Like it was crazy. So you don't want to see that as a neutral, right? But like I said, guys, pretty exciting matchup, and I think Sunderland has a chance if they play like they played to this last match against Coventry. It might be kind of hard for them to go up because Sheffield was a team that they got 90 points this season. That's a shit ton of points. In almost every league in the world, that would get you. I mean, let's talk about first division leagues, right? It would get you at least a Champions League spot, if not the league. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy that 90 points, they still couldn't go up to the Premier League. That's pretty insane, honestly. So they're for sure the favorites. But like I said, do we really want to see that team back? I personally don't. I mean, congrats if you do go up, but I kind of hope not. But anyways, guys, those are just my thoughts on that. Hopefully Sunderland goes up. It'll make the Premier League a little more exciting. Big fan base, big stadium of light. It'll be fun. But like I said earlier, don't forget to hit the like button, guys, if you are Sunderland fans. And if you're Sheffield, why not? Maybe you guys agree with me. I doubt it, but maybe you do. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Y'all take care. Have a good one.